Okay, so this is a video which I'm going to try and keep it short, but I'm not very good at it. So it's going to have 3 exercises on, and it is aimed at people who either are natural healers who find themselves drained generally in life, people who recognise and understand they're empaths. Those of us who are natural healers, or trained healers even, we will go around giving our energy to random strangers totally by accident. So this is worth doing on a day-to-day basis. If you're somebody who is trying to develop yourself naturally, and you haven't sought out guidance or sought out formal training, I do recommend that you try and get some sort of formal training if you can, of somebody that you're drawn to, a healing modality that you're drawn to as well, because actually I believe we would have been apprentices. Maybe you're an apprentice to the village healer, or to the priest or priestess in the temple. We all would have learnt of someone. So this is not Reiki. This is me teaching you some basic protection and channeling techniques. And there's 3 exercises. So if you're somebody who finds you're drained, if you're somebody who finds that people give you the nice stories at the bus stop, by the beans, in the supermarket, in the ladies' loos. I don't know if guys do that thing. I don't know if you do, where you sort people's life problems out, normally boy problems, in the toilet, and you wonder why women spend so long in the loo. Right, so the first bit is going to be grounding with protection. Now, the way that I'm going to do this may not be the way that you do this. This is just what works for me. So, get yourself into, if you can sit outside, do. If you're not, if you're sat in your car, fine. If you're sat at the bus stop, fine. In the house, wherever, on the bed, doesn't really matter. Just get yourself into a place mentally. Now, the more you do this, the easier it will happen. I'm going to go through this slowly so that you really get an understanding of what you're supposed to be doing. The more you do this, the quicker you're going to do it. And also, the important thing for people who are relatively new to energy work is we all use, see, feel, understand energy in different ways. So you may come in on the feeling. Feelings can be 2 things. You can interpret feelings as being sensations, fingers, in your aura, your hair, your body, your affirmations, your signs from spirit. You may be somebody who emotionally feels. That's fine. You may be somebody who visualizes. You may use your imagination, your third eye. You may physically see it, and that's quite a difficult thing to cope with, being able to physically see. I rarely get that, but I know some people who do, and it's very draining. The other thing that you could do is to knowing. I don't know why I know that. I just know it's going to happen. Your intuition, your gut instinct. It's the most accurate, but it's the hardest to use because you've got to trust yourself. And people go, you just got to trust spirit. No, you've got to trust yourself. So once you get the hang of that, it's the most accurate one. So you may just know and understand things. So try and work out, if you don't already, how you work. You may find that as we're going through these visualizations that actually this will help clarify it for you. You may use all of them, and I do, but that's happened and developed in different areas stronger over time. So I'm going to go through grounding and protection. Okay, right, get yourself in a comfy position and get your back straight, because they will mess around with it if your back's not straight, because that's your energy pathway. It's fine. Okay, you're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Close your eyes if you want to. Stare fixedly at a spot if you want to. But you're just breathing in and breathing out. I just want you to become aware of the pace of your breathing. aware of how slow your breathing is. I also want you to be aware, in whichever way you work, whether you feel or see or know, that on every out breath, you're breathing out the rubbish and the tension that you're holding in your body. If you hold your tension in your forehead, across your crown, yeah, you're breathing that out. If you hold your tension in your throat because you don't say enough of what you need to say, breathe it out. And if you need to make it a little bit noisy when you're breathing out from your throat, then please do that. Don't hold back. You're hopefully by yourself. And if you're not, hey, freak somebody out. Okay, maybe somebody holds it across your chest. You may get a tight chest, anxiety. You're breathing it out. You may hold your tension in your guts. All those RBS sufferers. Breathing that out. You may hold your tension in your back, in your shoulders. Lack of support. Maybe childhood issues. You're breathing all of that out. Okay? And as you're breathing it out, you'll notice that you're starting to feel heavier because you're starting to feel more relaxed. I want you to focus your attention on an orb of energy which is beneath you. It is directly connected into the root of your spine because it's part of your chakra system. You may see it beneath your feet or hear it spoken about being beneath your feet. It's your Earth Star. It's your initial grounding into Mother Nature. Be aware of that. Look at it. Check out the colour. Check out how it feels. What's going on with the energy in it. You feel that rooting into Mother Earth. But we're going to take this further. So the energy that's there, that's how it's connected into either your feet or the root of your spine, base of your spine. But that energy is going to travel down through the dirt, down through the earth and stones. It's going to hit other chakras, other orbs of energy, which are part of your wider etheric field as it goes down. Dolphin, whale. As it's going down, there's layers of rock and crystal and sandstone and fossils. Whatever else your imagination may show you. It's all right and it's all true, and except the first thing that you see. When you get to Gaia Gate, you might find, like mine, that it opens up like a flower and goes out and connects you in to other aspects of yourself which are present on the planet at this time. And then you're going to notice that as it's going down through the rock, it's getting warmer. You can see maybe rivers of lava. You're getting down to the molten core of the earth, the power of the earth. Gaia, Mother Nature, whoever you want to refer to that beautiful, wonderful planet that we're very, very lucky to be a part of. And when you get there, you're going to see, feel, or know that you've been given something to permanently anchor yourself in. You may be surprised as to how it develops, what it is, because I was with mine. Just allow yourself to be anchored in. And thank the planet. Thank the planet for supporting you, giving life to you. And also, we're connecting into you because she's going to be transmuting some heavy energy for you. Okay. Now watch, feel, allow, know the energy is going to be coming back up. It's that larger chakra system, back up your cord, back up your root. And you're going to feel it hit either your feet or the root of your spine, depending on how you connect in. at the base of your spine. It will energize your red root right at the base of your spine. I'm going to be working up your spine. It's just above that, prostate for men, the womb for ladies, your sacred space. Higher sensuality, higher sexuality. Allow that energy to move up to your sacral, your belly button, orange, front and back. And just above that, you've got your navel. Dark blue for me. Allow the energy to move up to your solar plexus, your own personal sunshine, your centre of positivity, if you allow it to be, just underneath your rib cage, front and back on your diaphragm, supporting your heart structure. And allow that energy to move up to your heart. And when it opens up your heart, it's going to open up your heart and your higher heart. Just above it, green and pinks. It's going to open all the way across the front and the back of your chest. That's a big chakra, people. If you feel emotional here, that's fine. You're just releasing what you need to. Allow the energy to move up to your throat. Clear blue. That's what I'd like you to have there. Clear blue. If, again, you feel emotion, you feel the need to remove the energy here with noise, then do it. Again, freak some people out who are around you. Hum. Growl. The best way is just to breathe it out, noisily breathe it out, because you can control that. Any woman that's been in labour, that's how you control. If you need to spend longer here, pause this. We'll come back to this in a minute. Keep on breathing out, especially if you're British. Right, I can say that. Allow the energy to move up into your shoulders, down your shoulders, allow it to flow down your arms. And as it hits your hands and each of your fingers and your thumbs, you're going to notice in the palm a beautiful white chakra. Energy in and energy out. Catch your healing chakras. Allowing the energy to move up from your throat, chin, cheeks, tongue, nose, eyes, all the way up the back of your head as well, into your brain. Oh, feel it hit your forehead. Third eye is going to open. For me, it's like a purple crocus. Beautiful yellow stamen reaching out. Your causal on the back of your head opening like the moon. You may find that at the same time your crown across the top of your head is opening. Make it like a crown. Golden. Maybe some pink. As the energy moves up on a column, you find about 6 inches above your head another orb, your soul star. Similar type colours for me to your crown. Moving up again to the sort of edge of your main aura, you'll find your stellar gateway. You might find it contains the main colours of your aura, it might be pinks and whites. But as it hits that, you're going to notice that the energy is moving around you like a bubble, moving down and connecting in with your earth star below your feet, the outside of your aura, and this is where your main protection is. Okay, you may wish to put something in place specifically that resonates with you. You may just be shown something which you might need to interpret, or you might not even be bothered about interpreting. But I use, personally, I use pink candy floss. The rubbish is going to stick to it. It's going to let all the pink fluffy stuff in. Cotton candy, I think the Americans call it. And it's only going to allow me to send pink positivity out. Okay? You may have a diamond heart shielding. Again, that's going to refract and reflect any rubbish that it needs to. It's going to let you sparkle, let you shine the way that you need to. You may have, like you see like an oil slick in a puddle? You may have one of those. A little bit toxic, so anything that's coming through it, you know what? I ain't getting through. But it's pretty and it's sunshiny. And it's cool being in the inside of that. Something I was given for a client the other day, which I loved, was orange peel. Okay, orange peeled, one fell swoop all the way around. So you're in the middle. You're in the juicy centre. That's a sweet place to be, man. And actually, you send out all of your sunshininess through it. That's a pretty hard skin to get through. That's what the skin's there for. Doesn't matter how many times you get bumped about and knocked. It's still going to be juicy inside. But it's a little bit bitter. So you know what? It's going to filter out any rubbish that it needs to. But the important thing is that this is a filter. So that any energy that you do send out and you do give to people is received in love and gratitude as it should be. And also so it goes to the people that it's meant to. Natural healers, one of our biggest problems is giving energy to people continually who don't warrant it any longer, who actually, in order to help them, we've got to let them go. And that's really, really difficult. I know. And that's what that filter's there for. Honey bunches. Now you're going to notice that above your cellar gateway are several other chakras. We're going to be travelling up further. So following up from your stellar gateway, up through other chakras. The main thing I want you to get here is this feeling of freedom. You're going up. If you're in a building, out of the building. If it's day, the sky is clear and blue and you're rising above those clouds. If it's the night, those stars are twinkling like mad. As you're going up, we're going to source. Where does the food chain start? The sun. And that's where we're going. That's how we get to source from this planet, through the sun. So what's your cause? Fly up in the sky, and you're surprised and delighted as actually how easy it is to get your energy up there, to get floating about, zipping up higher and higher into the atmosphere, seeing those wonderful greens and the blues of the planet shrinking beneath you. The stars just smiling at you as they sparkle and light up the sky. Past zooming rockets. Past beautiful asteroids. Maybe you're going through an asteroid belt. And your energy moves so quickly and so easily, avoiding any of this rubbish. Past the planets. Gotta love the planets. Towards the sun. As you're getting closer, you're feeling the joy. You're feeling the love. Getting back to source. The universe, God, however you describe that energy, is so happy to be connecting in with you properly. Take your energy all the way in there. Allow yourself to be consumed by source. Every cell of your body is going to be energized and warmed. Your skin, every single hair, every single pore. Your muscles, your nerves, all the way through to the center of your brain and your spine. Your blood vessels, your organs, all the way through to your bones, all the way through to the core and the marrow of your bones. affecting your very DNA itself. Gratefully accept it all. You'll notice that the energy has come back down that coldness hit in your body. You may see, if you've got your eyes closed, the light in the room change. Even if you haven't got your eyes closed, you may see the light in the room change. And just when you think it can't get any brighter, just when that feeling doesn't feel like it can get any more beautiful, it does. Just allow it to hit you one last time and overwhelm you. Give in to it. If you want to spend a few moments here, you're more than welcome to. Okay. Listening to the sound of my voice, slowly bring yourself back. Be aware of your fingers, your toes, your breathing, sounds in the room around you. Okay? Be aware that it's your bus stop. Right. Those are the chakras that I use. There are loads of chakras developing all the time as our DNA changes. Up, out. So, you know, it may or may not be chakras you've come across before. Nobody's way of teaching is wrong or right. So that's just how I do it. Okay. The heating's come on, which I'm just going to switch off because it's sunny. Excuse me. Okay. So that's basically, you can do that quicker throughout the day. That's your protective shield. Every time you're feeling rubbish, your protective shield. That person who's bugging you at work, who drains you every time they look at you, protective shield. That will get easier and quicker to do. You can extend that and spend more time on each of the chakras and do a full-on self-healing. That was effectively a self-healing. Biggest lesson for natural healers and healers generally, because we're all rubbish at it, is to self-heal. You need to self-heal. If you're not, you're going to pay for it. If you're a straw with holes in, how are you going to channel the energy you're supposed to be channeling? Fix those holes. Fix yourself. I've done it. I continually do it. I continually have to remind myself to do it. But we are all one. In serving others, you serve yourself. In serving yourself, you serve others. Okay? You've been told. Right. So the second stage of this is kind of like a cloaking, a disguise, armour, a whole host of stuff. But it's tie cutting in with that as well. So if you're into your angels and you fancy asking Michael along, you can do it. Because he's got a pretty cool sword, because we're going to be doing tie cutting. And remembering that we're still in the same space that we were in before. Again, you may just want to watch what the energy does and just use the energy as you feel you need to. You may be happy to visualize and see what your guides, your higher self, give you to work with in terms of cutting or in terms of whatever. But this needs to be right for you and for your energy. So trust your instincts. You may just know what you're given. So what I'd like you to do is to remember you in that space. You got your protection up. You're beautifully energized in that bubble. And I'm personally going to use Michael's sword. Because hey, he's a buddy. And the sword kicks ass. It's kind of blue with gold and white. That's pretty good. And let's face it, it's fun to play with swords. That is not a serious comment, by the way. It's not fun to play with swords. Energy swords are fun to play with when healing oneself. And let's face it, Michael's not going to let you use his sword for naughty things. So, hey. You will find in your hands something which is going to be used to cut ties. Allow it to fall in your hand. May just be energy. Might be a claw. Is it a dragon's claw? Is it a wolf's claw? Is it a cat's claw? What else might it be? A sword. Where do you think that sword's from? Is it a Viking sword? Is it a Celtic sword? Is it a samurai sword? You may have a spear. You might have a cutting stone. You may have something completely different. Just accept the first thing that you see. Thank your guides and your higher self for it. And you're going to be going crazy in the edge of your aura and on your physical self. So, if you want to use your hand to do it, you can do. And it's always great because it always directs the energy. So your hand palm chakras are activated from what we just did. Okay, so couple times. I've got something up here that I've been needing to sort out properly for the last few days that I've been too busy to do. So let's just sort this out properly. Yeah. Right, we're going around the outer edge of our auras first of all. Okay, this is where all the rubbish sticks in. You may visualize things being stuck in you. Knife in your back. Thanks, guys. Chains, bonds, cords. Get rid of all of that. Your body itself. Okay, going down. Down your body. Down your body. Arms, legs. Yeah, get rid of that. Oh, okay, there was fine. Okay, legs. Okay, right. Spend as long as you need to do that. If you have not done this before, you will spend some time doing that. If you want to use the implement you've been given to get into your chakras and really pull that rubbish out, then do. Put energy back in. If you put energy out, you're going to have to seal that hole up with something. Gold energy. Liquid molten gold. You know, if you've got a cut here because you've just had to pull something off that's been sucking on you, and sometimes it will be suckers that you end up pulling off. Bit of gold in there. End up with a Harry Potter skull. Just carry on doing it. Some of this might be previous life stuff. Some of this might be this life stuff. And I'm continually doing it. Oh, so, yeah, okay. That's not nice. Thank you whoever gave that to me. Right. Okay. Every time you heal, you need to do this. Every time. If you're tuned to Reiki, the energy should go one way. If you're adding crystals into the mix, crystals can sometimes reflect stuff back up you. So yeah, you need to do this. If you're going out and about, you've gone to the shopping centre, the shopping mall, you've gone into town, as I say around here, then you know what? You need to be sorting that out. People tend to carry their rubbish around and give it out to other people. You're an empath. In the most, if you're a healer. If you're a natural healer, you know what? You're used to taking other people's rubbish. So you're not doing that anymore? Well, if you are, you're sorting your energy out after. Okay. You can use a crystal that you've imbued and spoken to. Obviously, make sure you cleanse it afterwards to comb through. You can do this, like a tiger claws and go all the way around it. Do whatever you need to, do whatever feels right. Okay? When you're feeling nice and sparkling, you're feeling good, which I am now, you're going to be given something to protect yourself. You might find a guide that you're aware of, you're not aware of, steps forward with it. It might be a family member or a loved one in spirit. It may be an angel. Maybe one of your animal guides. You may just know, and it's plonked on your lap unceremoniously. So you'll be given something to protect your energy with, which suits you and your energy for this time. Note this may change. Put it in place. Personally, mine kicks ass. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But the idea of this cloak is that it disguises your energy when it needs to be. And I don't mean as in hiding yourself, as in the negative rubbish that's around. It can't spot you. It can't see you. It can't latch onto you. Okay? So you're trusting your higher self and you're trusting the universe to put the correct filters on. Your disguise, your cloaking, it generally will help you. Okay? It generally will help you. The colour might be interesting in what you're given, so look into that. It should be something that's changeable. It might get thicker, it might get thinner, because you might be around people that you want to trust. You might want to go for a reading, and hey, you don't want to be disguise your energies when you go for a reading, because you want the other person to read you as long as you trust them. But the idea is that is there, and you need to reinforce this stuff. This is something you do before you go out, and you do it at the end of the day, before bed, so you have sweet dreams, man. Because you're constantly placing your trust and your faith in the universe, in God, in the angels, in your loved ones in spirit, in your higher self, that these filters and these protections are going to be on exactly the right level for what you need at that moment. If you set anything too firm on it, it's not adaptable, it can't change, no point. Okay. When you know what your thing is, and you might even go to a club, pub, whatever, and you think, actually, you know what? I need to shove this on now because I completely forgot to do it before I came out. Or so-and-so's turned up. Or I really don't like the feeling that's in here tonight. Don't want to be a part of it. Can't get away quite now. So I'm just going to shove this on and not be noticed by anyone. Don't use it to get too miserable with and hide yourself away in corners. This has got a filter on it, which serves your higher intention. So if your higher intention is to chat to somebody who's bright and sunny, even when you're in a foul mood, that's exactly what will let happen. Okay, how to channel energy. Right, so we've just been through our chakras. Your crown is still a gateway. It's not one up, there's two up. These are your higher connections in the source, because you've got to remember something I forgot to say earlier, actually, when I did that whole thing, connecting up to source and connecting down to the earth. We are both earth and heaven. We are both the heavens and the planet. We are both physical and ethereal. We are both spirit and human. We are both of those things. If we forget that and we get too high, you know what, you're of no use to anyone, because you're going to find it hard to interact with people. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be clumsy. You probably shouldn't be driving your car. So if you found that grounding out earlier grounded you quite a lot and you're thinking, oh, this feels weird, I'm really not used to that, keep going with it. Over a couple of days, you better stretch back up to where you were, but your grounding and your rooting's going to be there. You're going to find it easier to transmute negative energy, and equally, you're going to be able to build on that higher and higher, because just like a skyscraper, the lower your foundation, the deeper your foundations, the higher you can build it. Beautiful oak tree. The deeper your foundations, the higher it will reach up. You know, rainforest canopy. Whatever analogy you wish to use, that's why you need to be rooted in. You will get yourself back up there if you're used to floating around. I was. Okay, so the deeper you're rooted, the higher you better reach to channeling energy. Okay? And you're aiming to channel from source. That's where you're aiming to. We're aiming to manifest God, the universe, here. So the higher vibrations, the higher you try to maintain your vibrations, one way of doing that is self-healing, the more energy you can channel. So remembering your connection in, remembering you're connecting all the way out there. You're not going to be using your energy. You're grounded and you're rooted, so that any energy you take off while healing is going down. Okay. Your energy is coming in from the sun, from source. In whatever way you know it to come in, cords, threads, beam of light, coming in, hitting your stellar gateway, and physically hitting your crown. Where's the energy going to come out? Hands and heart. Reiki 2, your heart's fully tuned to Reiki. Jesus, it's a cool guy you might have heard of. He uses heart and hands to heal, which is why you got those images, particularly Catholic images of the Sacred Heart of Jesus. Hands and heart. I'm going to start singing a hymn, but I'm not going to. Whoever's trying to channel for me need to bugger off. So, hands and heart. Okay? You might have had cool dreams where you go around pew, 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 with your hands, pew, 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 pew. That's what you do. So, you want to, my recommendation when you're first starting out is working through the chakra system. Do you want to take some rubbish out? That's fine. Put some beautiful golden energy back in. If you remove energy, you don't fill that void with some beautiful positive energy and take some time doing that, that's going to be open for reinfection. Just like, you know, when you get an ingrown toenail, you might have pulled the nail out, but you've left a great big hole. Okay, that's just me giving a gross example, but I think it serves a point. You've got to heal it over. Gold, gold, gold energy. Out of your hands is going to come high frequency colour. Whites, golds, blues, pinks. So go around doing cool stuff with the healing. And the cooler you feel doing it, as long as your ego is not huge, the cooler if you know it's working. Use your imagination. Use the sensations on your hands. You may feel drawn to stay in a place a certain amount longer. Head, what are worries? You may feel like putting your hands around it for ages. Okay? Throat, people aren't saying what they need to. Heart, you store all your emotions in your heart. Well, your heart's too closed off, mate. You need to be getting down with the love. Solar plexus, people need to be seeking out positivity. You need to be putting lots of yellow in there, lots of gold for people to seek out positive experiences. Using this to seek out joy. Your navel underpins kind of like this hive mind, but actually it's a hive heart that's developing. Okay? Around here. We'll be one big, huge, massive chakra scene. We'll be feeling each other's joy because there will be no pain because we'll feel everybody else's pain. Moving down to your sacral, your sense of self, your sense of ego, your sense of worth. Yeah, a lot of us hold other people's emotions. Okay, higher sensuality, your sacred space. For women, you will hold your own birth trauma from your own birth and from the birth of your own children if you have them. Here, there will be some. Pull that rubbish out. Abuse, men and women will be held, you know, prostate for men will be held there. Don't underestimate how much energy there is to sort out there. What else is out there? Oh God, like even just like people completely judging you due to your gender, that's held there. So actually you might be gay or bisexual, and all those times when actually you've been a little bit insulted because somebody's presumed you're straight or have had a dig at your sexuality, you're going to hold that there. A whole host of stuff. Previous life, a lot of ritualistic raping, okay, particularly if you've been a priestess in a previous life, is held there. So you may feel, wow. You may, if you're doing it to yourself, it may feel like you're sort of birthing it out, ladies. It's fine, get rid of that rubbish. Okay, your root. The root, your tree, your support, your ego's held there, your anger's held there. You know, relationships, money, all of those real basic human needs, a roof over your head, all of that stuff's there. Which is why so many people have bad backs. Okay, knees are important. They're your forward momentum. You've got knee problems, you're not moving forward in your life. Sorry. Earth, in the way you're meant to be. Earth star. Okay, clear that out, make sure people and your connection into the Mother Earth is there. So working through the chakras. If you're going to be using crystals alongside this, please be careful that you're not over energizing energy that you shouldn't be. Crystals, I really recommend some training, really recommend some training. I use crystals myself, but I really recommend training. If you just want to use a crystal to sort of comb and pull rubbish out, fine. Please be careful with energizing when you've got no training. Clear quartz is a good go-all for everything, so you can use that and you can say to it, please comb the aura, please get rid of the rubbish in the chakra, etc. And then they need to be cleansed and charged on a regular basis. Cleansed after every single healing. Okay. Then you want to support using your heart and your hands and channeling the energy from source. Remember, it's coming in and going out. Do all people's chakras, be their aura. Build out their aura. Protection that you would have put in place for yourself. Your candy floss, your orange pill, your diamond, your oil in a puddle, whatever. Put that in for the person. This is their Merkaba, essentially, you might hear it referred to. So you may want to put a geometric shape in. Might be a random one that you don't know. It might be one that you do know. And it's worth Googling sacred geometry to find out which element you're actually channeling when you do that. But you are channeling, and as long as you're going up to source, once you finish your treatment, on somebody or on yourself, remember that it's being grounded out through your feet. Clear off their aura. Comb with your fingers, comb with a crystal, get rid of the rubbish out of their aura, throw it out the window, and ask Mother Earth to ground it off. If you work with, I'm going to talk about some weird stuff about dragons, they'll come in and burn that rubbish out. If you're drawn to dragons, you like dragons, you're drawn to birds of prey, you've got dragon energy about you. Your dragons to come in and burn it out. You may have somebody who stands there with a tray, taking stuff off. Maybe an Egyptian lady. Maybe a Victorian guide who pops in from time to time, who forgets that he's there to help me write, and he's no longer a doctor. Yeah, you're a writer, not a doctor, dude. He might start there with a silver tray just because he wants to rock up every so often. Yeah, they will then take it off. You might find an angel comes and takes the energy. It needs to either go up or go down. Clear your space out afterwards. Try and keep the same space for healing. Try and keep the energy there high. Cleanse your space regularly. Smudging, Reiki, little Tibetan bell chimes, ding, 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 clapping, singing, prayer or incantation, depending on what vibration you resonate with. But Lord God could be replaced with universe. Could be replaced with universe, could be replaced with my higher self, replaced with source. Please, rid this house of hate and fear. Only love, may and dear. I say it 3 times in every room. The final one I say, I have rid this space. I have rid myself. I have rid this house of hate and fear. Only love enters here. Only love lives here. Do it in your room. Do it in your house. And you've got to remember, if you're healing regularly, I recommend sort of protection in the house. The way you bubbled yourself, you can bubble your house. The way you cloaked and protected yourself, you can cloak and protect your house, which means that actually only have positive people coming into your home as well. Especially if you've got children that you want to keep their vibration high. You know, it will filter out the people that you don't want to come in. Additionally, salt on the front and back doors. Old-fashioned thing, but it works. It's bitter, which is why there's so many superstitions about throwing salt over your shoulder. Okay, I think that's it. So, ground in, protect your aura, cut ties daily, self-heal daily, and channeling in through your head and out through your hands and your heart. Clenching yourself off afterwards. Okay, those are the basics that you need to remember. Never done a video before, so if you have sat all the way through it, thank you. There needs to be an energy exchange, so pay it forward if you can. And a random act of kindness, buying a coffee for the trout that you always walk past, volunteer, put a load of stuff in the food bank for somebody to come and have a meal, whatever. Give some money to a charity, but I'd rather you actually did something. If you'd like to give something back to me, you're more than welcome to. PayPal, I suppose, is probably the easiest way. And if you do want to, I really don't expect much. But my email ID, is it PayPal? The PayPal.me thing. So it's PayPal.me/ and it's Rachel's Reiki. Now I've got a dad who doesn't spell Rachel the normal way, so when my birth was registered, it is a spelling some of you are probably familiar with, but it's not the standard spelling. So PayPal, PayPal .me, M-E, if you're not familiar, / don't know which way that is, / Rachel's Reiki, so RACHAELSREIKI. That is my PayPal me address. So paypal.me / Rachel's, spelled RACHAEL, Rachel's S, Reiki, REIKI. It is not I after E, except after C here. Not when it comes to Japanese words. Rachel's Reiki. PayPal.me / Rachel's Reiki. Yeah. Okay, cool. Right, so that's it. If there's any other videos that you would like, give me a shout. Bye.